Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing half of my face with the real product and half of my face with the e.l.f. dupe. So I've been telling you guys that I've been wanting to film this video for quite a while. I have finally accumulated all of the products that I need for this video, and the day has finally came where we put the e.l.f. products to the test versus the viral real makeup product. To the side of me right here, I have all of the viral dupes from e.l.f. And what's crazy to me is that I actually owned all of the e.l.f. products, but the more viral expensive products I actually had to get separately. And if you guys did not know, e.l.f. is one of my favorite makeup brands of all time. I feel like pretty much 90% of the products are a complete hit, but let's waste no time and get right on into this. I feel like my headband is just so dirty. Like I should definitely wash it pretty soon, but it's okay. But the first product is the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm, which is apparently a dupe for the Laneige. Wow. The Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. Never really know how to say this brand, but I think I'm saying it right. I actually just picked up the strawberry one. I do really love the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balms, if you guys had no idea. I've actually mentioned it quite a few times. I just love this lip balm so much. This one, it's okay. I'm gonna do this side of my face as the e.l.f. dupe and this side of my face as the actual product. Actually, maybe we should try the real product first, right? So half with Laneige, and then the other half, we're gonna use the strawberry. I've actually not smelled the strawberry one yet, but let's see. Ooh. For this side, I would say that this is definitely more of a glowy kind of lip balm. This is more of like a lip treatment, if anything. I do actually enjoy both. I actually don't remember loving this, but like trying it again, it's actually not that bad. But like they're both really good. I just wouldn't say they're dupes for each other. Like they could be in a way, but this doesn't have the glow, as you guys can see. But the next dupe is gonna be the e.l.f. Whoa Glow versus the Supergoop Glow Screen. These are pretty much the exact same thing. I've tried them both and I do really enjoy them. I just don't really reach for them as much right now since it's not summer. The only better thing about this though is that this has an SPF of 40 and I do prefer that part of it. I actually really do enjoy the sunscreen. Sometimes it gives me too much of a glow if I already have a bunch of other glowy products on, but this is the Glow Screen. It is a little bit thick. I don't really love a super thick sunscreen, but like it looks really pretty on. It's just definitely one of my least reach for sunscreens, if anything. Now we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. Whoa Glow. This is a little more pale, but it's still really pretty. And this also has more of a sunscreen smell to it too, which is what I just realized. Extremely similar. Like 100% dupe. That's actually crazy. Like you can't even tell. Okay, so I've given it quite a little bit of time to set into my skin, but now we're gonna move on to primer. And obviously, you guys already know, Milk Hydro Grip versus e.l.f. Power Grip. I actually cannot stand the Milk Hydro Grip primer. I do not like it. It makes my skin pill. But the e.l.f. Power Grip primer is my holy grail primer. I even went to Ulta today and picked up a new one. Let's go ahead and prime our face with the Milk Hydro Grip. Okay, after this, we're definitely gonna have to give it a minute to sink in because I just don't want to be pilling today, but I honestly think we might. Let's just hope for the best here. But this is the Milk Hydro Grip. I really love a good hydrating primer. This, when I used it, I felt like it didn't really hydrate my skin. Like at the end of my makeup routine, my skin was kind of getting dried out, but it's fine. I'm just using this like pressing and tapping motion rather than like rubbing it. Weird enough, this side of my face, I don't think you guys can tell that much on camera, but this side of my face almost looks more pale. But the thing is, I've never mixed these two together. I don't even really reach for this sunscreen though, to be honest. I will be right back when I've let this sink into my skin as best as possible. The next thing that I've wanted to compare for the longest time is the e.l.f. Halo Glow versus the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I don't love either of them. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys right now. This makes my skin look very cakey, I feel like, and the e.l.f. Halo Glow kind of does the same thing. But then again, we're also mixing kind of different products here, so we're just gonna see how it goes. So I'm gonna start off just putting on the Flawless Filter. I have two beauty blenders. This one's gonna be for the high-end side, and this one is gonna be for the e.l.f. side. I actually did wash this. It's not dirty, it's just kind of stained, but it is completely clean. So let's go ahead and blend this out. We're gonna be looking so glowy today. And the only thing is that I didn't really see any dupes for setting powder, so I don't really know what we're gonna do there. Probably just gonna use like a higher end setting powder, and then I also have the e.l.f. setting powder too. It looks very, very glowy. Like I don't really think I suit the glowy makeup look. Like for my skin, it just makes my skin look very textured and like not even smooth. One side is done. Let's go ahead and move on to the ELF Halo Glow. This is a little bit of a darker shade, but I think it should be fine because this side of my face was already looking a little bit too pale anyways. Wait, this is so much easier. They're almost identical, so I can't really tell which side I like better actually. But you can see it just looks very cakey on both sides. That's that. So far, the sides are looking very similar, pretty much identical. I'm trying to see if there's anything too different. I feel like this side almost looks a little more cakey, actually. So let's go ahead and move on to concealer. Actually, you know what? I think we're gonna do contour first, and then we're gonna do concealer last. So for contour, of course, we have the ELF Halo Glow versus the Hollywood Contour Wand from Charlotte Tilbury. I do not like the contour wand from Charlotte Tilbury. So, I don't know. I just feel like every time I use it, it looks extremely patchy and muddy and just like kind of disgusting. But then again, some products I try another time and I end up liking them. So I'm gonna give this another shot. The only thing I do prefer though is how much bigger the sponge is. I do prefer that. I just like a bigger sponge. With this one, the ELF, it's like very tiny, but like also it's pretty good for like nose contour if you guys do that. See? I really do not like this contour. This is exactly what it does every single time I use it. And so many people make this contour look so good, but you can just see it left like a whole streak right there. It does not work for me. And like, it doesn't even matter what base products I use, it always does that. Huh. That's a no, definitely. Let's go ahead and use the ELF Contour Wand. So let's go ahead and blend out this side. Hopefully it doesn't do the same thing. It kind of did. What? I used to love this contour wand. It is a little bit better though. You know what? It didn't really do it as much on this side. It just looks very harsh. I'm starting to see a little bit of pilling on this side. See, on camera it looks fine, but I literally look like just an oil blob right now. Oh my god. Okay, we're fixing it, guys. Please just trust the process. I honestly really hope that I can say that and the process is actually gonna be worth being trusted. But for blush, we have a couple of blushes to try out today. We have the Rare Beauty one in shade Happy. I love this blush, just very pigmented. I don't really reach for it all the time, but it's still a really good blush. And then next, I actually had to pick this up from Ulta today. This is the Camo blush in Pinky Promise. I do own one of the Camo blushes, but I wanted this to be very, very exact. So this is like a closer shade match to this. I didn't want to get a new Rare Beauty blush just yet, so I just wanted to pick a shade that matched this one the best. So let's see what we can do here. Let's go in with Miss Rare Beauty. I'm just gonna do one dot like that. These are extremely pigmented as well, as we all know. That's so pretty. I love that blush. Wow. Next, we're gonna go in with Pinky Promise. Hopefully this is pretty accurate of a match. Kind of, almost. I feel like these are more pigmented, so I'm gonna put a little bit less. Okay, well, the shade match isn't exact. I'm just gonna try and diffuse this out. You know, it's like almost there. Like this is just a little more hot pink, but they're both like exactly the same thing. This just has more pigment, like way more pigment, so you use less, but I also do prefer the pigment on this one because too much pigment on blushes, it is so easy to go overboard and mess up your whole makeup. And I find that the ELF one kind of dries down a little faster. That could just be me. This is not looking good. But it's okay, we're gonna fix it with concealer, so don't you guys worry. I do want to get more shades of this, and if anything, I feel like I would just much rather get this. Even though I was saying I do prefer the pigment on this one, this is just so much more affordable and it kind of just, it does exactly the same thing. But now we're gonna go in with concealer and then we're gonna get back to the other blush products that I have. But for concealer, the ELF Hydrating Camo Concealer and the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. I know they do also have another concealer as well, which is just the black one of this, which is made for oily skin, which dries down matte. So I went to Ulta and I picked up the Tarte Ultra Creamy one just so I can get like kind of the exact same thing. This is actually gonna be my first time trying the Tarte Ultra Creamy one, so that should be really fun. It's a lot more of a liquidy formula, like a lot more liquidy than the other Tarte Shape Tape. The other one is really thick, which I never reach for it. I literally forget about it all the time. Wait, I love this concealer, because this is definitely a lot less coverage than the other one. But now what we're actually gonna do to kind of fix up this like overly bronze moment, I'm just gonna go a little bit under right here, just so we can like diffuse this like overly bronze moment out a little bit, because as much as I do love bronzy looks, it just looks absolutely silly on me right now. See, that fixed this side so much more. But on the e.l.f. side, we're gonna go in with the camo concealer. The shade match was like pretty good. I tried to get very exact shades to each other, but this is looking really bright. And now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, but I'm gonna do a little bit less this time because this is like a little bit too much of a brightening concealer for me. That actually looks really good. I hope so, honestly. You guys are like in my comments right now being like, girl, that looks awful. So far, the e.l.f. side has a lot more coverage going on. Like, these are pretty much dupes for each other, but this side just looks a lot more sheer. This side actually looks like my under eye is like brightened. I like both sides for different reasons. Like, this side is kind of separating the makeup more. No, actually, I do prefer the e.l.f. side. Yeah. I much prefer the e.l.f. side. But since the blush kind of disappeared, I wanted to give another moment for different blush, you know? So we have the Charlotte Tilbury wand, of course, and then we also have the e.l.f. Halo Glow wand. I have been indecisive about this wand ever since I got it. It's okay. Like, this I find makes my makeup separate, so I'm only just gonna put a little bit of it on just because we also have another kind of glowy product to put on. I just wanted to bring a little bit of color back into my skin. See, I put this on, and then you can see the little ring around it right here where it's just not mixing well with all of the face products that I have on. But this blush I've not used for quite a while. It's the e.l.f. Halo Glow blush in Berry Radiant. Actually, you know what? It looks pretty similar. Once they're blended, you know, there's actually more pigment on this one. I do not like the Charlotte Tilbury wands. I've made up my mind. I do not like them. They make all of my makeup separate and they always look very muddy and splotchy on. But this side doesn't really look as like muddy and splotchy. Well, the e.l.f. side is definitely winning so far. I'm not trying to be biased at all because there are some products from here that I actually really do like that is more high-end. Moving on, we're gonna go in with highlighter. Of course, back again with the e.l.f. Halo Glow wands and the Charlotte Tilbury one. I've actually not used this highlighter in so long. Wow, no, this is all just separating on this side. All right, you guys, I'm just not a fan. I'm really not a fan. All right, that's so pretty. It's weird because most of these products I've actually not used in quite a while. So it's like kind of nice coming back to them and like seeing how they look, you know? This is so pretty. It adds like a nice little glow. Not really much of a glitter. It's just a very nice subtle glow. This side, what is going on here? It literally looks like I just took a strip off my face and it's just like my actual skin, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I think I actually prefer all of the e.l.f. Halo Glows to all of the Charlotte Tilbury wands. All right, I do want to use setting powder, but I don't have any setting powder. What? Girl? Yeah, you do. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. one on the e.l.f. side. I'm gonna be very, very light with this because there's not really a dupe for the powder that I found, but I'm using the e.l.f. HT setting powder as well for this. I just can't with all of this glow. I just can't. But since we already have a bunch of Charlotte Tilbury products on this face, I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. This, oh my god, absolutely love this. I'm also using a new clean one as well. I absolutely love this setting powder. It is so good. This is how the face is looking. It looks okay. Definitely not my favorite makeup look I've ever done, but we're working with it. Next up, what is next? Brows. The only dupe I found is the Anastasia Brow Freeze versus the e.l.f. Brow Lift. I am not spending 25 bucks on a little container of Brow Freeze from Anastasia. I will not. But I have a couple of products. I have the e.l.f. Soap Brow, which is what I really like, and the Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax, which is like, you know, I'm not saying that these are dupes at all, but like they're kind of the same thing. No one's ever actually proven that these are a dupe, but like maybe I could be the first one to do that. The only thing is with the e.l.f. Brow Wax is that you have to spray it with water and it can get a little bit messy. See? Easy. Easy, easy, easy. This side looks darker. I don't know why. But like I shaped my brows in like 5 seconds just by using both of those. So like that wasn't really a part of the video, so it doesn't matter. So next up, we have a dupe I have not actually tried. I've tried this, the e.l.f. Lash and Roll, but I've never tried the roll. I've never tried the Roller Lash by Benefit. This is a dupe for this, but I tried this one first, and I've never tried this one before, so I've never really known if it was or not. So let's go ahead and see for ourselves. I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm gonna curl this side first, and now we're gonna go in with the Roller Lash. I have to get a little bit precise here. Ooh, okay, I like that. I actually really like this. Let's do the other side. And now we're gonna go in with the Lash and Roll. They're exactly the same, you guys. They're literally exactly the same. The only thing is, this side of my lashes always falls down faster, so I'm not gonna take off points for that. Wow, okay, yeah, those are exactly the same. Those are identical. Honestly though, from afar, you could not really see the difference. This side looks a little more brighter. This side looks a little more matching to my skin. If anything, it looks a lot more natural, in my opinion. But for the final product, the e.l.f. Dior Lip Oil versus the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. I actually pretty much have the exact same shade for these. I bought this so I could actually do this video. So let's go in with the Dior. My opinion on the Dior, it is very pretty. It looks so bougie to just have sitting on your makeup vanity. But is it worth the big $40? Absolutely not. It still looks extremely pretty and makes you look like you have glass lips, which is the look I really love in a lip gloss. But now we have the next one, which is the e.l.f. one to try. Yeah, they're exactly the same. I feel like if anything, the e.l.f. has less glow and glass look to it, and the Dior really just, you can see that. It's like a lot more shiny. This side still has a little bit of shine, but when I'm looking in the camera right now, I can notice a little more like glare and shine on this side. But that sums it up, you guys. My final review, they look exactly the same. My makeup is not pilling on either side, so I'm kind of surprised with this. I'm actually really surprised. Maybe the trick is to let this sink in for a little more than 5 minutes, because I did give it like 10 minutes to sink in. But final thoughts, identical. Like, you couldn't really tell. Like, I'm looking at this right now, it looks almost the same. I'm trying to spot like some differences. Like I said a million times, a lot more splotchy on this side, but at the bottom right here, you can see that it doesn't really look as seamless. But I do like both of the concealers, honestly. I feel like it just depends on what I'm going for. If I want more of a full coverage look, I would go for the e.l.f. If I wanted something a little more sheer, I would probably go for the Tarte. If I had to pick a favorite, I would obviously pick e.l.f. because they make very great makeup products for an affordable price, because who wants to spend 40 bucks on this? Anyways, my camera died. I forgot what I was saying. But to pretty much summarize this video up, the e.l.f. has some pretty good qualities. There are some really great higher end products on here too. But for the girlies that are looking for more affordable things, I feel like e.l.f. is just always the makeup brand to go. But yeah, you guys, I really hope that you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, make sure you guys let me know in the comments down below any other video ideas you guys have for me. I really had such a fun time filming this video. I like doing like the half and half makeup routines. It's just really fun to compare and see which products are better. But I love you all so much. I hope that you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys all in my next video. Bye!